Hi, I'm author Lin Lustig, and I want art in my books, so I'm drawing it.
Hi friends, welcome and welcome back. I have a nice little short chibi shading for you today, and while that is going in the background, I thought I would talk about some of the strange things that I do. Those fun little eccentricities that otherwise I don't actually think are that weird, but when I talk to other people I realize that's pretty weird. To start off, I really like collecting little spoons. It's the weirdest thing, but I have a really small mouth, and so using regular sized spoons actually can be pretty painful because it'll slice the edges of my lips. So I started collecting these little espresso spoons when I was at garage sales and things like that. And now I have this kind of absurd collection because of course other people found out that this is what I do and have collected other spoons for me from various locations, maybe not necessarily in the purchased way. And that's what I use daily for anything from eating cereal to just scooping out some jam from a jar. They are surprisingly useful, I have to say, especially when I have a million of them, so I don't worry about necessarily dirtying quote-unquote real silverware. And there's also something very cute about a tiny version of basically anything, or a really massive version, but I don't want a massive spoon. That would be exceptionally useless for me. So along with tiny spoons, my collection ended up expanding to tiny forks. So you think about little shrimp forks or little cheese serving fork type things. This had nothing to do with my mouth or my need to protect my lips. It was honestly just funny, and then I had these tiny forks, so I was like, well, I might as well use them. And I think that collection actually started because I did buy a tiny fork that was a Disney one that was really cute at a garage sale one time, and the woman that was selling it was like, oh, how old's your kid? And I was like, me. I'm the kid. Which to this day has not changed. Of course, to go with my tiny spoons, tiny forks, surprisingly, it is not tiny knives, but tiny glasses that started on next. So I have these cute little crystal glasses that might be used for something like brandy. They're not the right shape, but they have the same general idea to them. I also have slightly smaller wine glasses that are stemless that I would not normally consider wine glasses, but they also hold a really nice amount of liquid without making me feel like a total lush. I don't actually drink that often, but at the same time, I like to have drinks feel fancy, so I will put other things in my wine glasses, such as my Coke. I have a small addiction to Coke Zero. Especially if I can find Coke Zero Cherry, which is surprisingly rare where I'm living right now. The only place I can find it is a store called Auchan, and it is a French supermarket chain that's a bit like a Fred Meyer or Walmart, but nicer. I mean, it's French, so of course they have to French it up a bit. But seriously, their cheese section is ridiculous. I've never seen so many cheeses in my life. So at least that stereotype is true. That and the one where the French walk around with baguettes all the time. I was staying in a Airbnb in Nancy and was laughing because we were sitting at breakfast looking out the window, and there must have been a bakery just around the corner because there were 6 or 7 people that walked by with 1 to 3 baguettes all throughout breakfast. I was seriously laughing, and I couldn't even turn it into a drinking game because it probably would have killed me. Unless, of course, I am using my very tiny glasses. So that brings us back, I suppose, to moderation, which has nothing to do with what I'm drawing. But hey, at least I got to draw something fun and talk about being very odd, which means it's probably time for me to sign off. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back soon. See ya!